안녕하세요, 여러분들. Hello and welcome to episode 47 of Korean with David. Now, I do have to apologize for the last week of kind of not posting any episodes. I haven't been feeling well and I've been pretty busy. So hopefully we can get back into this. Now, today's episode actually comes from a question, which the question was, what are the different situations that I can use like 감사합니다 and 고마워요 in? Because they are very similar. They both mean thank you. So when we look at 감사합니다, it's actually more of the formal way. If we are outside at a restaurant, coffee shop, or if we are buying something at a store, something like that, we should always use 감사합니다. Now, you will hear many people say things like, oh, 감사해요, which is very similar. It's respectful, but it's not as respectful as 감사합니다. So when we use 감사합니다, it is more in a respectful way to people we really don't know. Now, again, we can say 감사합니다 or 감사해요, but the best one is 감사합니다. Now, 고마워요 is usually used with people you know, so like coworkers would be fine, friends is definitely fine, and family members would be more than happy, or those who are younger than you. You'll hear many times grandmas or grandpas talking to like students or even to people they don't know who are younger than them, and they'll tell them, 고마워요. And it's not uncommon, it's not disrespectful for them. It is actually still, respecting the elderly. They can tell us 고마워요, but when we talk to them, we should say 감사합니다. It's just more respectful, more kind in that way. Now, it's the same thing when we're thinking about like 안녕하세요 and 안녕. They both mean hello, but when do we use them differently? 안녕하세요 is more, again, like people we just met, people we don't know, people we respect, or those who are older than us. And 안녕 is more informal, so more for friends, family, things like that. So when we go out in public and we go out to restaurants or we ask for favors and whatever we do, if we use 감사합니다, it's much better than just using 고마워요. Now, this also brings up another point, which is all of Korean, as long as you keep it in the formal, like they call it the 존댓말, and adding 요 at the end, it's still respectful enough. It's still possible. So it's not a bad thing not to say like 고마워요. If you're getting on a bus and the bus driver waits for you, you should say like 감사합니다. Because if you say 고마워요, like they could take it the wrong way, but they understand. And when they look at you, they're going to think, it's a foreigner. They learned 고마워요 because it's easier to say than 감사합니다. But both are fine to use. The situations you should try to remember, if it's somebody you don't know at a restaurant, coffee shop, wherever, and you don't know them, just use 감사합니다. If you know them and you're friendly with them, you can use 고마워요 and it's fine. So these are the two, I guess it's the two that when you use them, just be careful of the situation. And always remember, you can use both either way. Even if they're friends, you can tell your friend like 감사합니다. It's fine. It's not an issue. But if you want to really impress them, to your friends, use 고마워요. And like we said, to people you don't know, use 감사합니다. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was kind of a strange discussion of me just talking about what it means and when to use it, but it's still a very good question. So I wanted to make sure we got the answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, feel free to rate it on whatever platform you're listening to it on. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to me at learnkoreanwithdavid@gmail.com, and check out our Instagram, which is learnkoreanwithdavidIG. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I always check the email and I try to answer as many as I can, and it helps me with future episodes. So thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time. 다음에 봬요.